Hey y'all, I am Victor E. I help provide insight to empower. And I've covered this in previous videos, but I wanted to hit on it again now that it's coming in a little clearer for me. And that is karma. The way karma is simply memory-based action. Karma is memory-based action. It's not a bitch. It's not a woman. It's not anything really more than that. For practical purposes, let's say. So what do I mean by memory-based action? Well, prime example for me is, let's say I believe that good people get rewarded and bad people get punished. Well, if I do something good, and I really believe that. I really have the embodied belief, the experiences in my own life, right? Because I have such an ingrained filter that good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. Well, then whenever I do something good, that comes from, not even getting to the results yet, that comes from me acting on the subconscious memory. Acting on the subconscious memory. So you ever meet somebody who's just like a really positive, good, decent human being? They're working on that belief that whenever they do good things, like it's just such a positive experience to do positive things. So they keep on doing that, and they're kind of committed to that. So whenever anybody negative comes in, they just kind of, their instincts, their body, right? Instincts being embodied knowledge. Their instincts tell them like, okay, I shouldn't maybe hang around too much with this person. I should be patient, kind with them, understanding. Gary Vee comes to mind. He's all about empathy and accountability, right? Empathy being kind and understanding to and for and about people, but accountability insofar as that you still hold yourself and others accountable to their actions. So if I wake up late habitually to work, let's say, I mean, there's lots that goes into that, but that's my memory-based action. So the memory-based action leads to a result, usually one of getting fired. But like when I say that's based on a lot of things, waking up early, just as a really quick, more generalized example, people who wake up late or run late usually have some resentment built in, not built in, but like accumulated. So running late or running on their own time is really more a way of trying to exercise control over something that they can't control, i.e. being on somebody else's, having to be on somebody else's time. So when I treat people or help people work through their karma, their memory-based action, what we do is shed light, awareness, bring awareness to what are the things driving the behavior? What are the beliefs? So there's the action, the behaviors, action and behaviors being like very synonymous on the same level. Beneath that are the stories that we tell ourselves, why it's okay for us to run late or why we should be on time. Why we believe that, I don't know, cheaters never prosper, or why, like when people ask like, why do bad things happen to good people? It's like bad things happen to everybody. Good things happen to everybody. Good and bad are subjective and very ineffective words. So there's the action, the story driving the action, and beneath the story are the beliefs. So we got beliefs, stories driving the action. Action driven by stories, the stories that we tell ourselves that were formulated, that started being played on a loop based on our beliefs and experiences, the beliefs that we came to accept or cling to, attach ourselves to, based on our experiences. So for me, if the example that came to mind before I made this video was, well, if mothers, let's say, for guys like me, are who we look toward for unconditional love, and to help establish self-esteem, and to then look for women similar to that, if there were good examples, or bad examples, honestly, look to women like that for relationships and spouses. So if my mom, she was mentally ill, unavailable, very avoidant, schizophrenic, like a whole bag of cats, then I tend to look for unavailable women. And I come from the belief, this is where the memory-based action and karma comes in. I come from the belief that I come from the driver that, I want to meet somebody. I want to be with somebody. But my approach in the past has been, okay, well, I want to meet somebody, but I'm acting from, unknowingly, I'm acting from the belief that she's gonna be mentally ill. She's gonna be fucking crazy. She's not gonna be available. It's gonna hurt like hell, and I'd be better off alone. But I'm still acting from a place of woundedness, and acting from my beliefs. And under that, there's still like the want and need to feel loved, to feel seen, to feel heard, and to feel connection with somebody else. Well, then I have this chemical, biological, experiential reality that's informing and influencing and driving my experiences. So when I go to, let's say, transmute, rework that energy, that memory-based action, that karma, well, I have to be aware of how I approach. I have to be aware of what it is that I believe even before I approach. And it's on me. It may not have been my fault, the ways in which I was wounded, but it is my responsibility who I become, what I do with my woundedness. That's on me. That's my responsibility. It wasn't my fault that I got wounded, but it is my fault that I become aware of how my wounds are playing out in relationships with others, with a significant other, with my family. So how we heal that is just to become aware. How am I approaching? Is this effective in the life that I want to create for myself? Which touches on something that I covered in another video, which is PID. PID. Purpose, intention, and direction. When we're coming from a wounded place, we're pretty much just in survival mindset. So our purpose, intention, and direction is to survive, is to have needs met as instantly as possible. Once we get into a more healed state, our purpose, intention, and direction, because we're so well within, our inner wellness overflows, and then we can be of service to others. It's a really good feeling. It was a really good feeling a couple weekends ago when I went to work with the Mission Continues, a veteran organization, and Team RWB, to make this like community garden. And what specifically was rewarding for me was that I got to work with the tools that I got from school. I'm in a trade school right now, and they gave us tools, like a bunch of awesome, really cool tools, and I realized I love working with my hands. And now I love working with my hands, and I get to work with my hands in service to others. That's a big part of a healed mindset, is how can you contribute to the collective? And these are signposts of a healed or healing self. But first, we must turn inward, not against ourselves. We're not like, shining a light and being very accusatory. We're not bringing any of that energy. It really does, and it's fucking hard, but it really does have to be a patient, loving, compassionate state of being from which we look inward. There's maybe ineffective phrasing there to say turn inward. And by that, turning or looking inward, it really does simply mean being present and being aware with how your body feels in the moment. Your body is so connected to your emotions, which are then connected to your thoughts. Your thoughts are really just narrating your state of being, right? How you feel about what's going on in the present moment. The present moment includes everything that's in your present moment. There's a bunch of people around me. I'm in a parking lot. I'm in front of a 7-Eleven. There's a lot going on, but what helps me best navigate and be of service to myself and others is to be aware of how I'm feeling. If I'm agitated, well, then people are going to pick up on that, and I'm putting that out there. And now there's more of a chance, a higher probability that other people are going to get agitated because I was agitated. Now that's my karma, and that's a different way karma plays out. I'll save that for another video. Hey. But yeah, this is more like what I like doing, is being very practical. How does spirituality, the mental, emotional, and physical, practically apply to our lives? Yeah. All right, that's it for now. I gotta get to lunch. Peace. Love you guys. Bye.